Hello everyone, today we're playing, watching, reacting, so we're hitting him. Episode 77, part 2, Theories, All Secrecy. Yeah, stuff like that, right there. I don't care, man. Dang, almost had a quarter. Almost had 500,000 subscribers. Good for him.
Hi guys, Iron Camera.
Hello there.
You showed by your asset under the last video that you like the new rubric. As promised, today we will be dealing with your theories. This video will be largely devoted to 77th episode. At the end of the video, we'll even touch on one very cool clue and pattern that explains what that phrase was in the very first spoiler of episode 77. Trust us, you'll be surprised when you find out who ends up saying them, because it turns out those words don't belong to ASTRO toilets. So be sure to watch until the end, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Leave your theory in the comments and put like. Anyway, here we go. The first theory has been floating around the fandom since the 70th episode. Many people noticed the changed shape of cameraman Titan's lens. One might think that it was bent after the ramming of Titan cameraman. But a closer look reveals that the shape of the lens had changed before the collision. Many then assumed it was a second Titan cameraman, as was the case with the fake G-Man. Another popular theory is that Titan cameraman was taken over by the Astros after the 74th episode, improving with their technology. In that case, we would have seen a confrontation between two Titan cameramen represented on this concept. Is this possible?
No.
To understand this, let's look back to the second part of the 69th episode. Then we saw cameraman in a round lens, but in the full version of the same episode, he is already in a square lens, corresponding to the shape of his camera lens. Dafouk is fine with redesigns in the middle of a series, but why was it done? The clear answer to that is the moment in episode 74 when Titan Speakerman removes his head armor. If before that he looked menacing, after that he looked confused, and then when he starts dancing, he looks cheerful. Thus, Titan cameraman before and after the 70th is the same character. But could the Astros have taken control of him? What happened to him in 74 and after? First, many people noticed the green particles at the time and assumed that Secret Agent was helping the Titan. However, it was most likely an optical illusion caused by the mixing of blue energy and yellow-orange explosion and fire. And even without Secret Agent's help, the Titan was able to easily shoot down two Astros and then fly away with two more on his tail, judging by the trail of rocket engines behind him. Then, as we learned from the UFO's dialogue with Duchess in 76, communication with the squad pursuing the Titan was lost, and he himself was lost. This is where Secret Agent actually helped, because as we know from episode 76, specifically the
Very interesting.
device, he's able to hack into almost anything, even ASTRO communications, as we've seen him send messages directly to the cameraman's recording and even interrupt it. In that case, Titan cameraman not only survived, but stayed on the Alliance's side. But do the Astros possess the technology to subdue the Titan? To understand
Definitely, I totally believe if they can control one of the Titans. Total them even G-Man probably.
this, let's turn to episode 76. Then POV cameraman removed the helmet from one of the Astros, and two symbols of Earth could be observed on him. The first one on his forehead is alchemical, probably indicates that this fighter belongs to the ground forces. But the second one on the right temple is astronomical. It directly stands for the planet Earth, which implies that this Astro is a captured Earth Skibidi toilet. Could he have voluntarily joined the Astro? At the moment of POV's fist punch, and later when he rises after the stabbing, a device with some kind of transmitter highlighted by a red indicator can be observed
Also, the recent leak of the ball toilet, not the one with the Sorry.
on his neck, which implies that the Astro's mind control technology has gone much further compared to the primitive parasites of the Skibidi toilet.
Primitive is the right word.
If even TV women and G-Man's purple energy spheres can seize control of an enemy's electronics, then Astros can. But how could an Earth Skibidi toilet become an Astro, since we see his eyes are red, just like G-Man and the scientist whose Astro photos we saw were missing them?
The only thing about this red eye theory is that the mechs have red eyes. I have a theory for that the actual mechs are fact, astrolic technology. Yes, I believe that the mechs include actually astrolic technology. But the other thing about it is, in episode 10, the holy toilet was also had red eyes after eating one of the cameras. But how we find out, Astros are way older than we think. The Frank toilet in episode 13 was an Astro toilet, so probably he was also an Astro toilet.
Perhaps the red eyes are an indirect sign of genetic modification. A similar effect was observed in the movie Rise of the Planet of the Apes, when the color of the irises of monkeys changed under the influence of the drug. It turns out that in Skibidi Toilet Universe, this effect is reversible, since the scientist and G-Man lost their red eyes. An object resembling the collar of the captured Skibidi toilets can also be seen on the Duchess's neck. Does this mean that she is also a slave? Judging by the UFO's respectful tone towards her in the dialogue, as well as the similar collar on the UFO himself, it does not. If you look closely, it differs significantly from the Astro neck collar, with symbols on her forehead and temple, as it lacks any devices, while there is a decorative diamond pattern. But why is it needed then?
Diamond?
Perhaps this device allows the Astro to both translate its Skibidi language into English and transmit messages like a walkie-talkie. It's also interesting that we've seen a mind hijacking situation before when a scientist created a parasite.
Yeah.
The cameramen then developed a device to defeat the parasite.
Yes.
It is possible that the inferior Astros under control, essentially slaves,
Yes.
will also be freed in the future and join Skibidi toilets.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that because who knows? That's sort of way more powerful than the Alliance, I think, even. The only way we can defeat the toilet. That's what I already said that last time is fly during the toilets, but the TV man don't want that, so what do we do? This went from a parasite to a TV man. Oh well.
Send alliance against their invaders. But since communication with Titan cameraman's pursuers had been lost, he was clearly not captured by the Astro. And if Secret Agent helped by disrupting the pursuers' communications with the main forces that could send reinforcements, had the Titan already fought them off on his own? Many speculate that G-Man, as a sign of alliance, may have helped. Though he himself is in a non-capable state, left without guns and core power, he still has his G-Squad with him, leaks of which we've already seen. Even one hybrid in episode 73...
Oh, for God's sake! Oh well, let's finish the video.
It was enough to help G-Man against Titan Cameraman. In the 73rd episode and 24th season, knowing of the imminent invasion of the Astros, G-Man offered an alliance. Helping one of the Alliance Titans would definitively strengthen this alliance. The words from the leak, "We're not here to hurt anyone," could also apply to this situation, and indeed could even be said by G-Man himself, as we have already seen.
Sorry guys, the video's outdated, but we'll still watch it. It's a very entertaining video and very interesting. No, what was I say by the mutant, by the Gigachad mutant? Gigachad mutant? Babe mutant? I don't know.
In the leaks to the 73rd season, his words, "You have no idea what's coming," as well as the question, "Will I survive?" To which G-Man succinctly answered in the episode, "No, I will survive. Only in an alliance with the Alliance against the Astros does G-Man have any chance of survival left now." The following theory relates to the scientist's parsing. I recommend watching it if you missed it. It consists of the facts relates to the scientist's parsing. I recommend...
Damn, that's one interesting scientist story.
And watching it if you missed it. It consists of the fact that before the 67th episode, we saw the scientist in the mech with normal eyes, and after it, with red eyes. Did the scientist not only clone himself, but also create at least one fake? Considering he had previously created as many as 4 G-Man fakes, it's possible. Also, the number 2 on his broken gun in 67.
Don't forget also about the other mech one, the smaller laser one. Maybe that's a clone.
Could indicate that this is the second scientist, that is, a clone in the fake mech. However, does this remind you of anything? If you were thinking about the shape of Titan Cameraman's lens, you've already realized what we're talking about next. First, There's no way it could be two different mechs, since TV Man Titan's columns from episode 47, used by the scientist, only exist in one copy, since we haven't seen Skibidi toilets ever steal or use the copies they created. Secondly, the number 2 on the gun may not mean anything, but may be part of a workshop model, as we saw a similar device with a 2 in the 24th season.
Yes.
And thirdly, perhaps, starting only from the 67th episode, Dafouk decided to reveal that the scientist is an ASTRO, as in the
Yes.
70th episode, we even saw a photo of him still being an ASTRO with red eyes and a halo. Not to be forgotten is the ASTRO mothership. Many people after the 74th episode believed that it was he who teleported the other Astros, and that's the end of his functions. If that were true, then all Astros would have to travel with the mothership, which we don't see, because, for example, UFO and Astro Scorpion can hyperjump.
Scorpion? I have to call him Astro Defender. Or, no, never mind. Try to remember the maximum name. I'll tell you guys later.
By themselves, which implies that the technology needed to do so is compact and energy efficient, because even less technologically advanced TV men can teleport by themselves. We also haven't seen the mothership attack Titan cameraman, nor have we seen its armaments. In that case,
armaments? Bro, Iron Camera made so many spelling mistakes. Dude, are you okay? Probably not. He's in Russia.
Does it serve? There are two hypotheses on this.
Okay, that's racist. I'm not trying to be racist to Russian people.
The first is that, as its name suggests, mothership, i.e., mother, it leads the invasion of the Astros. In that case, it could be acting as their commander-in-chief, as well as directly transmitting orders to the colors of captured Skibidi toilets. But then why is he so huge? If even an Astro carrier can hold many Astro interceptors, then an entire mothership should carry either even more Astros or powerful weaponry.
A bunch of Juggernauts, or Juggernauts, actual Juggernauts, or even more large toilets. Maybe stuff to repair other actual toilets.
However, we see neither. That leaves us with one logical assumption. To begin with, all sides of the conflict have their own Titan. Cameramen, speakermen, TV men, and even the Skibidi toilets, even if their G-Man Titan is incomplete. Furthermore,
the scientist man had arm and legs, so they're basically the Titan.
Or, we saw in a photo in episode 74 that it was specifically an Astro Titan, hence they not only have the technology to build them, but actual units. In that case, given that the first thing they did was attack the Titans, and they already had the sound and radiation defenses of the TVs demonstrated by the UFO in the same 74th, they had prepared in advance for the invasion. And again, it would be logical to send their Astro Titan against the Alliance possessing Titans, which, taking into account all of the above, mothership is. By all the laws of the genre, a huge mastership is required to be powerful, not just a radio commander. In that case, the mothership must have the technology to transform into the form of a Titan. Yes, just like in Dafouk's favorite Transformers. This concludes the video, but not the theory. Don't forget to post your theories in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Put like if you liked it. Bye-bye, friends!
That was actually a very interesting video. Big ol' head. 2 head. Yeah. Anyways. Well, that's it, guys. I'll just now look at the name that Max gave to the Astro Detainer. Just a minute. He got a big Trifinius.